o'clock on the East Coast. It is 5 o'clock on the West Coast. It is the 20th of November in the year of our Lord 2025, season 16, episode 21, 442 times. You have been welcome to the Clubhouse Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, and pro wrestling. Welcome. My name is Rob. I am the executive producer of the Clubhouse Podcast, and I'm very disappointed that Alex and I both missed last week being a milestone episode because it applied to the two of us. It was episode 441. And that is the man I'm talking about over there. He is my co-host. He is Alex.
You see, the funny thing is you said it was episode 442, and I was like, oh, so we got the Oldsmobile episode. Let's go.
Yeah, fair enough. At the bottom of your screen is the official fact checker of Sooner Gator Productions, who looks confused, and that's okay. You may know him as Igbunu, but his mama named him Don Ford. I'm going to call him Don Ford. Hey, man.
So I got a lot of the inside stuff going, but I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10. You help me put the outside Christmas decorations.
What did I tell you last night? Put me down for 2.
Okay.
Don't be surprised if I don't show up.
Yeah, I'll hold my breath.
Yeah.
No, it did start. I always like doing the weekend before Thanksgiving, get the Christmas stuff up the weekend before. I even have neighbors that already beat me to it. I already have neighbors that already have it up.
My wife has not started, and she is actually out of town through the weekend. So
I'm sorry. Halloween has passed, and there's not already a tree up in your house?
Yeah, I always do it the weekend before Thanksgiving.
No. I'm talking about Am I muted? I'm talking about Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
She didn't take down Halloween until last weekend.
Oh, that's surprising for
Rob,
her. But
have you watched any of your regular annual Christmas movies yet?
No, that doesn't start till next Friday.
So when?
Till after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving, okay.
Yeah.
I do nothing Christmas related until Black Friday. That's when my music goes Christmas intensive, and I begin my Christmas movie stuff, and then it's all over when I go to bed Christmas night.
You know what? I think Don just changed a rule for me, and unintentionally.
Okay.
Because he mentioned about liking to put the lights up before Thanksgiving, and I have always been a no Christmas until after Thanksgiving. I could kind of roll with you on that one to have them up for Thanksgiving
And just not plug them in till Black Friday. I'm okay with that.
Well, no. I'm not even going to say that they have to keep them unplugged. I kind of dig the idea of kicking off the holiday with some brightness, as long as you're not like overkill with the Christmas. I kind of get it.
We like have on Thanksgiving night. It's kind of nice to have the Christmas tree up already.
Mm-hmm.
Lights up.
But you know what else I'm on board with? Now that they make the LEDs you can program.
Yeah.
Put them up, leave them up, just change the color scheme.
Make them orange and red and brown or something.
Yeah, July, make them red, white, and blue. Do the whole thing. I'm here for that.
The jellyfish lighting. Yeah, I've getting a bunch of ads for that.
As we get into our show, we want to send a shout out to someone who is a friend of the show by proxy, Fisher Polydorov. I hope I got that right. We are now one step away from Banana Ball.
Sir, there's another level to this.
He's been with them for at least a season because he was working with the Visitors.
Mm-hmm.
But now he is joining the new Indianapolis Clowns. He's a pitcher, knuckleballer. He is the youngest person ever in Banana Ball history to be signed at the age of 20.
Yep.
He's apparently, I've seen pictures. He does have a glorious mustache.
Old knuckle.
So I'm hoping that we can reach out to him and get him for maybe a side interview or something, because I would be awesome. Love to go into his story. He's a great dude. I have photo evidence. He once came and saw Grace Descending perform.
You have said that, yeah.
At a show. So I know
on top of it,
Mama. So
will he possibly be playing when they come here
if Indianapolis comes? Yes.
Yeah, if the Indianapolis Clowns come here, then yes. But I don't know who they're slated to play.
All of the teams, because they are expanding into multiples, because that's not the only new team. They're doing a lot of this is your roster for 2026. But Indianapolis Clowns is the expansion. I love that they're using the Indianapolis Clowns, especially for what Banana Ball represents. But on top of it, it's Indianapolis. That technically puts us one step away from something else that once was ranked highly for Rob and I, at least.
Yeah. Now, Don, do you know why?
No, the original Banana Ball team is coming to Texas State to where the Rangers play World Life.
Yeah, the Savannah Bananas. Yeah, they're the primary.
He's not with them, though.
No, he's with the Indianapolis Clowns.
Okay.
Which they're named after their Negro League team.
Okay.
In the day. That's why they're called the Indianapolis Clowns.
The one you might have been thinking of, Don, was because obviously the Bananas couldn't play themselves. They always had the party animals. That was the Washington General equivalent for the Savannah Bananas.
And now we have the Texas Tailgaters.
Correct. I think that was this season was the first, was it not?
I believe you are correct.
Yeah, and there was another team as well as the Tailgaters that I do not remember off the top of my head, but I believe next year they're up to 6. So they'll have 3 separate crews touring.
And it's not, for those people that don't understand Banana Ball, it's not like the Harlem Globetrotters. Like, these guys are playing for real. And that, like, there's weird, wacky rules and stuff, and it's so much
fun. But it makes sense.
Yeah. Go to a game.
And for the people that want to complain about it, feel free to log off. I don't want you.
But go see a game in Banana League because it's so much fun.
Oh, absolutely. Or catch it on TV if you don't want to spend for a ticket.
Yeah.
They are on the CW.
Got multiple TV deals.
ESPN loves putting them on when they have nothing else.
Speaking of ESPN, put a pin in it because something came down 5 hours ago that I am very excited about.
Okay.
Yep. NCAA football. Let's go into it. Clemson squeaks out Louisville. Oregon 42-13 over the Minnesota Golden Gophers. They've got a huge game this weekend. Could be the week. Navy squeaks out South Florida, which means now South Florida now out of the current playoff standings. By the way, I do have the spreadsheet ready for bowl season. First bowl is December 13th. So that Sunday before hopefully we'll have selections and we'll be able to get those out to you as quickly as possible.
I will have to check and see if we have contests available to start up, but I can tell you it will be up and available on all of our social medias if you go to Clubhouse Show in multiple locations and the Clubhouse Podcast in others. I honestly do not remember specifically, but there is a QR code where you can get to all of them in 2 clicks.
It's right there. Oh, there's only one bowl they haven't announced yet. There's only one that showed up TBA with no date or anything. And because remember, there's always that one they throw out there. Everything else is scheduled. Teams haven't been announced. But
at the same time, that bowl has been a lot of fun for us over the last few seasons because I believe the first time it was the Tony the Tiger Bowl.
Which is back.
I don't know that it's left. I believe the Pop-Tart Bowl was the one 2 years ago. I don't remember what last year's.
Well,
I don't know if they do this as a surprise, but
I'm not saying it went away, but it is on the slate this year. Arizona over the Bearcats. A&M squeaks one out against South Carolina, which we'll mention again later in the show. Michigan by a safety over Northwestern. Indiana wins again at Badger. Notre Dame by 12 over Pitt. Oklahoma goes into Alabama and wins, which is a huge win for Oklahoma University.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of which, we got to get Ziggy on for the bowl show.
I was just thinking that.
USC is actually the ones playing Oregon this weekend. That's going to be a beast of a game as they beat Iowa by 5. Georgia Tech wins again over Boston College. The Cavaliers of Virginia double up Duke. UCF gets taken to the woodshed by Tech 48-9. Miami wins again 41-7 over NC State. Tennessee, who Florida has this weekend, 42-9. Utah all over Baylor. Ole Miss beats Florida because that's what happens to us. Georgia beats Texas at home. Ohio State wins again by 38, and BYU big over TCU. Last week in the NFL. By the way, as I get those scores up, wait, did I do that right? I don't think I did that right. Nope.
Let me ask you this. It's going to be 12 teams in the playoffs.
Correct.
Okay. Now, right now on the coaches poll, Vanderbilt is 12. If they win out, will they get a spot since they're 12? Or if they keep winning, maybe go up.
If I may, if Vanderbilt keeps winning, not only will they have a spot, it'll be better than 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's the aspect of the strength of schedule here.
Yeah.
And Vanderbilt has had one of the toughest roads of any college team, independent of it just being the SEC, but they have gone out of their way because they used to be they were perennial doormats, regardless of where they were. So a lot of teams tried to book them saying they beat an SEC team. Now it's backfiring over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
And what about Georgia Tech? If they went out there 15 now, would they get in because of their only one loss?
That's going to depend on a lot of other people. I think there's too much to say, quote, if they win out, because I mean, you think about it with college football, there's 136 teams just in Division I
that are part of 140.
Yeah. And so at that same time, there's so many things that could happen for other teams, even if Georgia Tech wins out.
And ACC is not seen as a power conference necessarily.
Not anymore, anyways.
Yeah.
Last week in the NFL, Indy and New Orleans both on the bye. New England was giving 12.5, and they win by 13.
Yup.
Over in Madrid, Miami wins very ugly. Remember, I said I don't like that I'm taking the Dolphins, but I'm taking the Dolphins. They were giving 2.5 and win by 3.
Okay, really quick on that, though. That was expected to be a shootout because both of those defenses are bad, but the offenses have been kind of working. I think we just got a new NFL rule from, of all places, Jonathan Vilma, who was covering the game in Madrid. So it came up casually in conversation. And you know how sometimes when we're watching a broadcast, we hear something and we're like, no, you should talk more about that?
All the time.
So I decided to do a little bit of research.
All right.
Based on what he said. It is anti-bowl season when they go to Europe. Obviously, we know about travel. We know about teams staying over there. But Jonathan Vilma said something during the Madrid game that piqued my interest.
Okay.
Jalen Waddle had an excessive amount of drops, and they started discussing why that would be because Jalen Waddle usually is a sure-handed receiver. Vilma just casually threw out there because for those that don't know, Jonathan Vilma was actually born in Germany on an army base, if I remember correctly, and had experience in those stadiums before coming to the United States and picking up football instead of soccer. So one of the things he mentioned is that the scoring is almost always down. I'm expanding on what he said. Forgive me. Scoring is almost always down in these European stadiums because the lights are installed differently than in the U.S. So in the U.S., the lights, you'll know, are always up high and in a curve to try and mimic sunlight. Well, most U.S. sports have moments where they look up. That's why it necessitates that. Soccer doesn't necessarily have that. So fair. The lights are not put on top. They're put on the inside, bright lights onto the field to make it as illuminated as possible. So you have a bunch of receivers that are looking into lights that aren't normally, hi, Balin, who aren't, that they're looking directly into lights trying to catch a ball that aren't normally there.
Back to Murica. As we did the early set last week, Jacksonville was giving 3 and didn't need it because Chargers going Charger.
I had that one wrong.
Pittsburgh beats up on Cincinnati, giving them 5.5. Good job by your boys there, Don. Green Bay giving 7.5. They win by 7.
Would you like the funny on that one? I got excited looking at the Circa contest because it was only 7. And I was like, give me the Giants. The Packers always played at their level. So I got my first push of the season. So I went 3-1-1 last week.
And by the way, people that don't understand the world of pro wrestling, don't talk about the world of pro wrestling.
Oh, yeah. That's just embarrassing.
Like that Cam Scattaboo thing was such a non-story.
So dumb.
Chicago wins by 2 as Minnesota was giving them 2.5, which I didn't have. Houston giving 5.5, and they win by 3.
Yeah.
By the way, this game tonight's not going to be fun. Tampa
I actually
Bay,
disagree with you, but for a different reason we can elaborate on later.
Tampa Bay was getting 6.5, but it wasn't enough. As I said, Buffalo beats up on them by 8 in a game that got crazy in the second half.
Yup.
Carolina wins by 3. Atlanta was giving them 4 because, as I said, Falcon's gonna Falcon. San Francisco beats up on Arizona, which I also believe I have, and they were getting 3.5. The Rams win by 2. They were giving 3.5. I believe I had that one too. KC giving 4 and lose by 3. As Denver continues to roll. Baltimore all over Cleveland, which I think everybody had. Philly, let me tell you, I heard something on PTI that blew my mind. And I don't know if it's I don't think it's I think this is a career stat.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts has a ratio touchdown to interceptions of 16-1.
No, I think that's this season.
I mean,
Now,
I heard that and my mind melted.
Well, there was an elaboration on that on NFL Network. It is an accurate stat, but that's because they have been trying to lean into the run so much more that they're not, even when Jalen Hurts is throwing passes, it's either chucking it so deep it's out of the end zone, or A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are going to get it, or he's not really risking it.
He's not doing a lot of unsafe passes. But I still think that's a fantastic stat. But they beat Detroit by 7 as they were giving 2.5. And Monday Night Football, Dallas giving 3.5, and they didn't really need it because they win by almost 20 in a game that.
Yeah, to tease something else we'll talk about later. I did use the phrase to somebody who asked me going into Monday Night Football. I said I would bet a falling house on the Cowboys destroying the Raiders this week.
We are underway in Houston. I like the red helmets, but they both teams in color rush. I don't know about the black on red unis that Houston.
See, I actually like the black on red unis better than I like the red chrome helmets, but I appreciate the design.
Ooh, I do like the design of the helmets too.
Yes.
But tonight, Buffalo is giving 5. It ain't going to be enough.
This is why I am actually interested in this game. Throw out the numbers, throw out the high scoring that you want to watch because it's more fun. This is going to be a real test for Buffalo, who hasn't looked as dominant as we thought they were going to be. And Houston, despite all of their shortcomings this season at a 5-5 record and dealing with injuries, are still the number 1 or a top 2 defense in the NFL. So if the Bills can't light up this defense, I don't like their hopes for the playoffs.
Can I tell you, they just showed a replay from Minty Free. One of my favorite names in the NFL is Lad McConkey.
Yes.
That's a football name right there.
Yeah, but nothing beats the Lad McConkey meme. Have you seen this?
No.
It started with the Sports Memery. Check them out. They're really fun. Don't take anything they post seriously. But each week, Lad McConkey's helmet gets bigger. So they post, Lad McConkey's helmet has arrived at the stadium, and it's like a helicopter dropping it into SoFi. Because he's so little, but so talented, but his helmet is this big. He looks like he's an extra in Spaceballs.
Lad McConkey is not a Raider. All right. Coming up Sunday, we're back stateside again. Jets.
Buffalo.
Oh, I'm sorry, Don. I apologize for that. I got all caught up.
Don, you're 100% right. I didn't even pick. I will also take Buffalo.
New York goes to M&T Bank Stadium. Baltimore giving them 13.5. And this is not the only double-digit spread we deal with in Week 12.
It's not even one of 2. It's not even one of 2. There's multiple.
That's why I said this is not the only one. Give me Baltimore minus 30.5. The Jets are just mail it in. Be done.
Remember a few weeks ago when I said Tyrod Taylor literally has thrown as many interceptable balls as anybody else, and he only played 2 games? Yeah, give me Baltimore.
Don, what you got?
He's starting over Justin Fields, for the record.
They're going to clobber the Jets. Baltimore.
By the way, the Jets are 2 games behind the Dolphins. So
that's not really saying much this year.
I'm just saying. That's why. By the way, Miami is on the bye this week, which means we'll lose again, as our Washington Chargers don't have to Charger this week, and Denver. In Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium, the Colts come to town. We live in a world where the Colts are 8-2 and Kansas City is at 500. Now, Don, I don't know if you caught my stat last week. Patrick Mahomes has not been 500 at this point in the season since he was a sophomore in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep. KC giving 3.5. I am not fully convinced that the Chiefs are playoff ready yet. I would take KC minus the 3, Indy plus the 3.5. I apologize.
This is going to be the get right. This is the continuation, I believe, of Daniel Jones turning into the pumpkin but they're going to make the playoffs the same way it happened with the Giants, and then the Colts are going to give them a big extension and regret it immediately. Give me the Chiefs. Spagnuolo is going to be in Jones's kitchen all day.
You know what? Casey just keeps imploding, and Kelsey's probably has his mind on the wedding more than anything. I think Colts are going to win.
Okay.
I think Colts will win.
All right.
I'll take the 3.5.
Seattle.
So you would actually bet it on the money line, which is just an outright win at better odds. Then I'm saying if you were wager, let me put it in this way, Don. If you wager it with the point, you would bet $11 to win 10.
Yeah.
But if you take the money line, you could bet $10 to win like 15. But you'd lose.
I
the
would
points.
do that.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, that's what betting the money line is.
Since we're just doing straight line, I'd still take that.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to win straight out. So
Seattle goes to the home of the Music City Bowl. Any team that plays in that bowl is going to have a better record than the Titans right now. Seattle giving 13, and it ain't enough. Give me Seattle minus 2 touchdowns.
See, my problem with this is my gut wants to go with you on Seattle because they are a good team. I can't do it. It's too many points. I may look like an idiot by this time next week, but give me Tennessee with 2 touchdowns.
Wait, it started 12.5. Now it's 13.5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to take Seattle.
Well, that also was a shift with the confirmation that Calvin Ridley has torn, I believe, has torn his ACL and is out for the year.
Minnesota goes to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Green Bay giving 6.5 to the Vikings. That might be a little generous for my liking. I would take Minnesota plus the 6.5 because I think this is going to be close. I still think Green Bay wins, but I don't think they run away with it.
Copy paste what I said about the Giants game from last week. The Packers always play to the level of whoever they're facing. And Minnesota has had Green Bay's number over the last few years, regardless of who's playing. So if I'm going to get almost a touchdown for a division game where neither team is terrible, give me the underdog in Minnesota.
Alex, what do you always say? Division games, you don't like giving more to a touchdown? I think the same thing. I'm going to take Minnesota with the points. Yeah, of course.
This also feels like one where Rob's going to be like, and I'm the only one that had that. Like next week when the Packers win by 20.
And in the only other double-digit game of the week, Giants go to Ford Field. Of the ones I've got, this is the last double digit.
Oh, interesting. Then I'm curious to see about one coming up. Go ahead.
Detroit is giving 10.5 in their house. It ain't.
Oh, no. That is the third one.
Yeah, that's what I said. This is the
okay.
last.
I thought you said the second one. I apologize.
This is the third one.
Yep.
Give me Detroit plus 10.5. I feel bad for the Giants at this point. My heart hurts for the Giants.
I same thing. I agree with you 100%. They're going to spank them.
This screams backdoor cover to me. Let me put it this way. This is one I would bet Detroit in the first half. And the full game, I would go with the Giants because it's double digits. There's some hype getting around there because Jackson Dart is back to practicing. And Detroit's defense hasn't really hurt anyone. So 10 is a big number, especially for a team that's going to be trying to look towards 2026, letting Dart light it up in the second half when they go from losing by 20 to losing by 8 and make it look good. This screams backdoor cover to me.
Don.
Alex on this one.
Okay. New England goes to Cincinnati, giving Cincinnati 6. Ain't enough. Drake Mayo may not play the second half. It may be so big.
Drake May?
I like calling him Mayo.
Okay. I didn't know if that was because my problem was did we ever get Drake May playing in the Duke's Mayo Bowl?
I think he should be their mascot.
That would be interesting.
Mayo do it.
Oh, stop. Okay. Here's the craziest thing I will say picking any game this week. If Joe Burrow does play, I like the Patriots. If Joe Flacco starts, I like Cincinnati to cover. Burrow is a traditionally slow starter, and this will be like his preseason all over again. Remember, Cincinnati loses week 1. every year. This is like another week one.
Burrow clears $55 million a year.
Yeah. He ain't having problems.
Don, your Pittsburgh Steelers go to Soldier Field.
Patriots.
Okay, cool. You're getting 2.5 at Soldier Field.
It was 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2.5. I'm just, it's gonna make Marcus mad because he's mad about Liverpool, and I saw him last night before the screening, and he's ragging about the Bears. But so just rubbing at Marcus's face, I'm gonna take my Steelers.
I'm with you. I think that this craziness with the Bears is over.
I hate that you're gonna make me make Marcus happy. Why would you set it up like that? So the big thing with this is 3.5 to 2.5 tells you the concern over the allegedly broken wrist on Aaron Rodgers.
On his non-throwing hand.
On his non-throwing hand. So the idea is it's pain tolerance. Don, before I even say anything, do you think Rodgers tries to play through it?
Surprised he lasted this long. I actually give it to him. I think he'll play.
Okay. Yeah, I think he will too. And I'm still taking Chicago because I actually like what this team is doing, and they're starting to get some health back on defense, even though they're terrible. So give me Chicago. I just feel like it's going to be a ugly, grinded out game, and they win by a field goal. It's too tight to bet on, but it's going to be them.
Jacksonville goes to Arizona and is getting 3, which makes this
pick 'em.
At this point in the game, I'm Don last year. I'm going to ride with Jacksonville on this. Give me Jacksonville minus the 3.
I want to go ahead and just throw this to Don and let him answer.
Oh, by the way, it's not a pick 'em because it's
Do I even need to answer this one? Of course, I got to go with the Jaguars. After last week,
we're in the late set, by the way, at this point, gentlemen.
3:05, I believe.
Yep.
Is our local.
Central, yes.
Don, did you finish? I apologize.
No, I said I'm taking Jacksonville. They're on a roll from last week. How can I not say yes to them? They're my dark horse.
I am going to say the exact same thing now that you said about Indianapolis. Not only does Arizona cover, I think they win this game. Since Jacoby Brissett took over, that offense has been humming even without Marvin Harrison, and the defense has actually been playing pretty well. Give me the home team with Jacksonville traveling the entire length of the country.
In the snooze bowl of the week, Cleveland finds out that for the next month and a day, the autumn wind is a Raider. Vegas is giving 4.
But why are they giving 4?
Because Cleveland?
Because Shador Sanders.
Yeah, you know what? I am not going to dog on Shador.
I'm not dogging on Shador at all.
Taking this, I have as many snaps in practice before with the first team that he did going into that game.
Absolutely. No. I 100% agree with you on this one. Shador is getting too much hate for this. He looked like a rookie, but he looked like you would kind of want a rookie to do because he was still throwing. He was still trying. That interception was terrible. But it's the kind of interception you would kind of expect from a rookie. Dylan Gabriel's already thrown 3 of them, but we haven't heard about it since his name's not Sanders. You know? But I don't even want to bet on this game. I want a prop bet. I want a prop bet on how many sacks Max Crosby and Myles Garrett get. Because I might put that number at 10 for a stretch.
Booger McFarland pointed out today that Myles Garrett is on pace to break the record.
Yes, he is. But the other part you have to realize, and I'm trying not to sound like a homer here. Brian Burns is 1 or 2 sacks behind him, but the most he's gotten in a game was like 2 or 3. Myles Garrett is stat padded out by having 5 sacks against Dallas. I want to say it was 5 sacks against Pittsburgh. Was it, Don? He had 4 or 5 on Rodgers. But the gist is, yes, he's leading the league at like 15 on pace to break the record. But 2/3 of them are in 2 games against terrible teams or terrible offensive lines. He's going to light them up again this week because the Raiders might be even worse than those two. But he's really stat padding against bad teams. Not that that doesn't still count, but that's also the big reason why I still like Cleveland to cover and outright win this game, with Sanders having a full week of practice and Garrett constantly having Geno Smith on his back. And I heard the phrase uttered yesterday, and I love it. Death, taxes, and Geno Smith throwing an interception.
Yeah.
Book it.
By the way, I just got your text, Alex. For some reason, I didn't realize I had somebody on the IR.
Yeah, it happened late in the week. It was J.K. Dobbins. It happened late in the week last week. I think it happened on a Saturday.
I set this morning and didn't even see it.
No. I wasn't trying to blow you up on the pod.
No, I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Atlanta goes to the Caesar Superdome, which is hosting two different bowl games, and there's going to be a bunch of teams that have better records than both of these teams. New Orleans
normally have 3 or 4.
I think they've got 2 this year. Atlanta is getting 2. Give me New Orleans minus a safety. This is going to be a comedy of errors.
Oh, I want to like Kirk Cousins, but he has been so bad.
Records that barely makes them bowl eligible.
It was 2.5. I'm gonna take Atlanta. I think Atlanta. Atlanta's gonna win, and even by more than a field goal. I don't trust the Saints.
I feel like I could copy and paste everything Don said, but for New Orleans, I hate Atlanta this week. I despise picking Atlanta this week. Kirk Cousins, I can't even tell you the last time he looked good on a football field. And here's the part that's blowing my brain. We all thought Tyler Shuck was going to be terrible since he couldn't beat out Spencer Rattler. As a rookie quarterback, he might be the second best in the league this year behind Dart. He's actually come around and started playing decently he's playing well for a rookie. Give me New Orleans to win outright.
Don, you picked, correct?
Yeah, I said Atlanta.
Yeah, he had Atlanta. He had a good points on Atlanta.
Philly comes to our Fairburg and is giving Dallas 3. Dallas has not shown me enough that they can win this game.
This will be showing whether or not Monday was an anomaly because it was the Raiders, or if they really got something together with that defense. Oh, speaking of which, Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark, just a moment. But, Rob, who do you like in it?
Give me Philly minus the 3. I just don't trust Dallas enough yet.
I'm with you. Philly is the safe pick because they're going to win. I'm very confident in saying they're going to win. But at the same time, this is going to be one of those games to see if Dallas figured something out on defense or if it was a smokescreen. I'm still taking Philly, but I'm curious.
Yeah, the big emotion's over. Plus, they got 3 games in 11 days, 12 days, something like that.
That is a great point. That is very true with Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to tell. I'm going to take Philly on this. I think the big emotion's over after the tragic loss, and that came out and they clobbered them. But it's done.
That's fair.
Sunday night football. My beloved Buccaneers go across the country to SoFi Stadium. Rams giving them 6.5. The Rams kind of scare me right now, but I think 6.5 might be a little generous. So give me Tampa Bay plus 6.5.
This might be the Rams. Egg on my face. It might be the most complete team in the NFL right now. I know a number of capper betting ranks that have them as the best team in the NFL right now. This is one from a betting standpoint. I would be hovering. As soon as it hits 7, I would take the Bucks. But at 6.5, I'm still on the Rams.
All right.
Division game, right?
No.
Oh,
it's not.
No.
Okay, it's not
opposite sides of the country.
Okay, I didn't know.
No. I'm just clarifying that it's It's NFC South and NFC West.
So. Okay, yeah, because I know San Fran's in, same with Tampa, if I remember right. But
when do we get to the point where travel's so good that we just put all of the Bay teams in?
I thought it was gonna be a division game.
Ask the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a division game, so it'd be closer. So now I'm gonna change my pick on my thing to LA. So
okay.
Monday Night Football. We live in a world where Carolina and San Francisco are separated by 1 game. San Francisco.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again, but slower?
Yeah. San Francisco at home is giving 7. I'm not confident, but I'll take the Niners.
I am surprised because the Carolina Rico Dowdles have been just steamrolling people pretty well. By their standards, they're steamrolling. I cannot go against my Super Bowl pick in this one. Number one, Carolina is traveling across the country. They have a young team. I think Teteroa McMillan's going to have a great game, but San Francisco is as healthy as they've been all year. Brock Purdy's back. Pearsall's back. Kittle's back. Ayuk probably at this point won't be back this season, but even defenders that can come back are getting healthy. San Francisco is hitting their stride at the right time with health. I think they're going to peak for the playoffs, and it starts this week. I would say they win by double digits.
But I think it's too many points, but they are going to cross the thing. In Carolina's, they got a winning record, if I remember right. What are they? 6-5?
They're leading. I believe they're leading their division, if not Tampa.
Yeah. And that's a lot too many points. I know they're going across the country, yada yada, in San Francisco. But so if it was 3, I'd take San Fran. But since it's 7.5, I'm taking Carolina.
That's fair.
Let's get into TV talk. Big announcement this week. The Golden Globes 2026. Sarah Jessica Parker will be getting the 2026 Carol Burnett Award.
Interesting. I thought she had already had it for some reason.
No.
Or she had already earned it. Well, question. They never give those awards to somebody twice, right?
No, I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so either because of
that would have been the headline if they did.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I honestly thought she had already gotten it.
Now let's get into stuff we watched this week on TVs that are not in a movie theater. I got nothing.
So I have 2 interesting ones because it's not full episode or it's not full seasons. Number one, I texted you about the Bob's Burgers 300th, the season premiere. Oh yeah, full waterworks. Full waterworks. The other one is apparently I had not finished Twisted Metal. So when I said it ended terribly, I apparently finished before the last episode had been released.
Okay, fair enough.
It gets a little better there. So I screwed that up.
Season 3.
I'm sorry?
They got renewed for season 3.
Yes, but I had a weird thought from it because, as we know, we are massive, massive friends of Joe Shinoa, who we better know as Samoa Joe. He is so good, but I have a thought. Combine this with the other half of our show. I kind of want to see Samoa Joe as a different idea, maybe in Matt Reeves' project, as a different kind of penguin.
Okay.
Because for some reason, I could see that. I don't know if it's just like a body shape thing, but his intensity screams comic book villain to me. And he's showing some of that with the personality in Sweet Tooth, even if it is only physical because of Will Arnett having the voice. But everything we have also seen from that is people raving about working with him, which we've heard for years in every avenue. John Cena almost owes him a career on one level. Gonna leave that there. But the other one, have you seen this King and Conqueror on Prime Video?
I have not.
So I was looking for something new to watch while I was eating lunch yesterday. And obviously I'm trying to remove certain things that might be more popular because Sean and I will watch them together. And I was like, you know what? Let me throw this on. It looks like a medieval drama period piece that she might not be into. You could tell it's one of the BBC low budgets, like they're shooting in the actual woods where this was based or something. But it stars Nikolai Coster-Waldau, and it's the first episode is really dense, but it's good. I would recommend it. I'm going to keep going on it.
All right. Don, anything from you?
We started watching that new one on MGM, the Robin Hood weekly series.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty decent. Of course, my wife loves that royalty. She loves all that things with kings and queens. Pretty good thing. We did start watching. It's a little late, but the DMV on CBS, which is like a mockumentary of where they work at the DMV.
Okay.
And it has all the thing. And another one, which we started watching on NBC and stuff like that, which is Stumble, which is the mockumentary of the cheerleading
thing. Yeah.
Peacock
Both
keeps
good.
trying to make me click on that. I don't know why.
No, I like it. I think you'll
I'm
like
not
it.
knocking it at all.
Yeah.
It's just for some reason, whenever you go into Peacock, it like scrolls down when you're trying to click on something
Yeah.
else.
So it's good. I like it. And then we finally watched the last couple episodes of The Paper and got that first season done.
Mhm.
And it got good as the last couple. I really liked the last episode.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, they definitely found a groove in that last quarter of the season.
did you watch the whole season of The Paper?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, I finished it the next day after it released.
The
it was
award
pretty good.
ceremony. I love that award. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's
Yeah.
But that's what I have.
All right. CW has renewed wild cards for season 3. This is the will they, won't they, male, female, buddy, cop, but she's not really a cop thing. So, ESPN, gentlemen.
What's up?
Hit us. You teased it. Let's go.
I need you to circle December 10th on your calendar.
12-10. Go.
We have a new 30 for 30.
Mm-hmm.
And it is called BOOYAH, a portrait of Stuart Scott.
Oh.
Announced today.
And Rich Eisen better be leading that.
He better be voiceover narrating it.
Oh, he needs to be on screen. Well, you know what? No, I don't want him to be emotional on air. So, not that he doesn't have the right to, but I have a very high opinion of Rich Eisen, and I never want to see people that I have a high opinion of cry.
I'm ready. I want to go to there.
The daughters have to be involved too.
HBO Max, CNN, Warner Brothers. The White Lotus has been renewed for season 4. And it's going to take place in France. That's where we're going this go round.
Did they specify in France or did they just say France?
No,
like I'm curious if it'll be like French Riviera or something.
The headline is will take place in France.
Okay.
That's what I got. Season 5 of True Detective is happening. That will take place in New York City.
Oh.
Season 4 of House of the Dragon is now set for 2028. And they have already given us
far away.
They've also given a second season of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and that hasn't even started yet.
Did you watch the trailer?
I have not. I still got to get caught up on House of the Dragons.
Well, no, there's no spoiler because the Seven Kingdoms is, call it if there's 200 years between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, it's like the 100-year in there.
And they've also renewed Task, Chair Company, and I Love LA.
Is it I Love LA or just Love LA?
I thought it said I Love LA. I don't know. That's what I thought I read.
I honestly don't know. That's why I was asking. What was that, Don?
I think it's Love LA.
Okay.
I think I never got to that one. The Chair we've been watching, it's kind of weird.
It's Tim Robinson. It can't be normal.
Yeah.
I mean, Don, did you watch I Think You Should Leave on Netflix?
What's the thing you should leave or whatever?
It's essentially a sketch comedy show, but Tim Robinson is basically in all of them. So the guy that's the lead in Chair Company, that was his breakout on Netflix. If you've seen the meme of a guy who allegedly accidentally drove through the front of a store wearing a hot dog costume and being like, I don't know whose hot dog car this is. We all need to help find out. And he's just sitting there.
It is I Love LA, but I didn't see that
cool.
one. Yeah. No, I didn't.
Netflix with a huge announcement yesterday. They will have opening day games and a home run derby in 2026. They will also have at least one special event game per season for the MLB, and it will start with next year's Field of Dreams game.
Dear Diary, please let the home run derby have affordable tickets in Cosm.
Yeah. But MLB will still have beyond the All-Star game still will be on ESPN at least for the next 3 years.
Absolutely.
So, Paramount, CBS, Showtime announces this week. Oh, I got to go back one. I'll go back in a minute. The Yellowstone's Marshals will debut in March.
Okay.
But I want to go back to Netflix for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Season 5, Part 1, Stranger Things starts on Wednesday. It does not drop until 8 p.m. Eastern. I do not think that is a good idea. Because in the past, when things have dropped at midnight, you're giving the populace time to rack up that streaming time. When you're telling me you're not going to drop this thing till 8 Eastern, it might shut down their servers.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Because the next day's Thanksgiving, and you're going to try to cram all of that into 4 hours.
Do you think they're trying to buy an extra 4 hours instead of having it released at midnight? They're trying to buy an extra 4 hours where maybe people who aren't prepping for the next day get into it and it kind of splits it a little?
I don't know, but I'm going to be interested to see how this all works out because Phil and Maddie and I are trying to coordinate too.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's on Wednesday.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, the first 5 episodes of the 5 or 6 somewhere in there. The finales, the next wave will be on Christmas Day. The finale will be on New Year's Eve, and it will get a theatrical release.
Nice,
and it's labeled to be 3 hours.
Mm.
So, your next 3 SNL announcements have been made. They're off this week and next week. By the way, wow, that was bad last week. This season's been tough for me.
Bad about it.
The writing's bad. It's just not a good season for SNL. But December 6th, you'll have Melissa McCarthy as your host and musical guest, someone named Dijon, but of course. December 13th, Josh O'Connor and Lily Allen. And December 20th, Ariana Grande hosting, not musical guest. But I believe you're going to probably, because she's very good at impersonations.
Okay.
Your musical guest for the Christmas episode. Do you believe in love after love? If they're not in at least one sketch together, there's no justice in this world.
Do you want me to tell you what that sketch is going to be?
Hopefully it's the Sirius XM thing again, because that was hilarious.
No, we're going to get Sherfaba.
I'm here for it. Let's do it.
No, we're going to get Sherfaba. And for the record, to partially answer, and this is part of the reason I didn't answer it in pre-show, Don, this is why Ariana Grande is a host and not a musical act. One thing I do say in my review, currently located at www.theclubhousepodcast.com.
That's our website.
Ariana Grande is winning Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars next year. I can bank it right now.
So let me ask you this, Rob, on SNL. Do you think one of it is because of some of the new cast and they got rid of some of the veterans like Eagle Wolgum and stuff like that?
Ego Nwodim? No, I think they're trying to appeal to a new generation, and it's not working. There's been multiple episodes this year where I didn't laugh at least once, even during Weekend Update. That's how bad it's been.
So what you're saying is it's Saucy Night Live by KFC?
Hey, we talked about that earlier this week.
But have you seen that gist of how their menu is?
Oh, I know how the menu is because I've seen it. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's nothing.
Last TV headline: Prime Video has greenlit a new Stargate series,
and it's supposedly very different than other series or the movie. Like they're going to go through new territory. So I'm kind of curious to see where this goes because I always enjoyed Stargate.
Well, they've got one of the OG showrunners.
Oh, nice.
So, TV on DVD and Blu-ray this week. Ruby Volume 6. That's that anime that they actually have a 2-part crossover with Justice League, which I haven't watched. Collection 39 and Season 14 Voyage 7 because that show will never end. And final season Part 1 of Attack on Titan this week.
That's crazy to me. With as popular as that show is.
We have one quick RIP in the world of music. Todd Snyder. You may not know the name. Guy's been around forever. Very, very funny guy. If you are a Bob and Tom fan, he did the song "It's a Great Day to Kick Somebody's." That's very, very funny. We're not going to go into it because the circumstances are a little strange. But he also was on the Jackson Browne tribute album.
Oh.
I want to say he does "Doctor My Eyes," but don't quote me on that. But that's a great tribute album to pick up. As we get into movies and stuff we watch this week in a movie theater or on a site serving movies that would stream and watch movies on. I will go last.
I actually only have the one that I previously mentioned, but we're going to talk about that later.
Don?
There was only, since the last episodes, there was only one movie I saw. It was last night.
And we can't talk about that yet.
No.
Margot's not up until December 1st.
You don't want me to talk about it?
Don? Embargo is up December 1st.
Okay.
Gentlemen, should that episode, with everything going on, be something that we return to our remotely reviews with?
The problem is the scheduling of its release. And we're gonna
I was thinking more of having it in the can for Christmas.
Well, we're going to have to talk about it off air.
Yeah.
My list for this week, and we go alphabetically. We start with Arco, ARCO. This is a French animated film. It does not make 90 minutes. It's an hour 22.
Okay.
In the American translation, Will Ferrell has a voice in this. Flea has a voice in this.
Oh, really?
It's not great.
Okay.
Basically, take E.T. and instead of him being an alien, make him somebody from the future that comes back, who's able to time travel and winds up in 2075.
Oh,
yeah.
So they go back to 2075?
Correct.
Okay, so then they are from like 2250.
We don't know how far in advance.
Oh, no. I was thinking just for comparison, like they're in the far distant future, but they came back to the distant future for our time frame.
Yeah, it became background noise at a certain point for me.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I watched Being Eddie.
Okay.
The Netflix Eddie Murphy documentary.
Mm-hmm.
It goes very fast.
Really?
It moves very, very quickly. I liked it. I appreciate that they had interviews with Charlie in there.
Oh, nice.
You've got Chappelle in there.
Mm-hmm.
Seinfeld has an interview. I thought it's good. I wanted more.
I
because
have a great question on that.
Mhm.
Is Mel B in it?
No.
Okay. For those that don't know, Mel B of the Spice Girls and Eddie Murphy were an item to the point of having, was it 1 or 2 kids?
I think they had 1.
Okay.
And they barely mention his current lady.
It's like probably on purpose.
Pete Davidson's in it. And
he'd have to be.
Well, because they had the movie together earlier this year.
Right.
Drop off or the pickup.
Mm-hmm.
They reveal something about Eddie that Pete finds out about, loses his mind. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I watched Christie this week.
How was that?
All these people that are crapping all over it can go pound sand. If Sydney Sweeney, if this is the story of Christy Martin, who basically brought women's boxing to the forefront.
Okay.
Sydney Sweeney absolutely destroys it in this movie. She is fantastic. She needs to be nominated because I didn't see Sydney Sweeney till probably the last 15 minutes. Ben Foster, who plays her trainer/husband, holy crap, he's fantastic in this.
Wait, they made her straight? Sorry.
There's a piece to that. There is a duality that she has to live.
Okay.
Ethan Embry is in this.
Always love having Ethan Embry.
It's really, 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 really good. I love this film. Fantastic. I also watched Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, this I want to hear.
Adam Sandler has gotten to the Burt Reynolds point of his career where he just makes movies because he wants to hang out with his friends, and I'm okay with it.
Well, he's been there for a while.
I love that they didn't cover up MJF's tattoo.
Well,
I love that all of his kids are named after hockey players.
Yes.
I forgot that Becky Lynch was in it.
And somebody else for about half a second.
Well, and they were like, they cut her off. I'm like, no, she's right there.
Do you agree with the statement that I made about it earlier this year?
Which was?
It almost falls completely apart at the finale.
Yeah, but You know that the whole purpose was the Burt Reynolds thing. He wanted to make a movie, hang out with his friends, and give jobs to the people that he loves. And
I still love that your villain in Happy Gilmore 2 is the director of The Smashing Machine.
Yeah, well, and Uncut Gems.
Well, yes, but I was referring to 2025 because we talked about awards, and Smashing Machine is trying to make a push for nominations right now.
I enjoyed it because I enjoyed it for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I watched If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. This is that Rose Byrne.
Did you do a screening of that before, though?
No, I did not screen this.
Oh, weird. I thought you did. I'm sorry.
I would like to say the following. Not good.
I have heard that.
Not good on any level. And I love Rose Byrne.
Same.
The title has no meaning. I had to Google it, and the writer was like, yeah, I wrote this when I was like 19, and I just used it as a placeholder, and I never changed it.
And I'm sure there was a number of people that thought that was hilarious.
Conan O'Brien in a dramatic role, he's really, really good.
Well, it's Conan O'Brien. The dude can do anything.
I don't like movies where there's not a single solitary character that has any redeeming qualities. And this is one of those.
That's why I thought you'd reviewed it. We talked about this before.
I did not like this movie.
Yeah. No, if you remember, this is what I said. This is how I felt exactly about Ozark. Yeah.
I watched the documentary Orwell, 2 + 2 = 5.
How was that?
It's good. The first review I saw of it on the MDiv was like, this is crap propaganda. And I can see how a certain cross-section of America would see it that way.
Okay.
It's one that you really have to understand that there is an agenda to it going into it. Basically, it's telling you that 1984 is happening right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's fact.
And it's all from texts of both his writings and letters he wrote to people. Here's a piece of trivia. Do you know where he was when he wrote 1984?
I feel like low-hanging fruit there might be London.
Incorrect.
Okay.
He was in a house in a remote area called Barnhill.
Excuse me?
Yep.
Do I get rights on this? Okay, so you're saying I have to sue the estate of George Orwell, and I have to sue the writers of Is This Thing On? I'm not going to sue Will Arnett because I just want to like the guy.
Yeah, it's good, but just know that there is
a distinct angle.
Yeah, there's a distinct angle to it. I watched Rosemead.
Oh,
this is based on a true story. It has Lucy Liu as a mother whose world is unraveling around her. What I will tell you is, if you're going to watch this, do not do any research, because it is based on an article. And I think this was a conscious choice that they don't reveal the source material until the end credits, because the title of the article is a serious spoiler to the film.
Based on what I know about this, I think I know what you mean too.
So it's very intense. Lucy Liu, always a powerhouse. Always.
Again?
It's called Rosemead. It's basically the name of a small California city where that all takes place.
And where do you find that one at?
We have a screener link for it, Don.
Oh, the screener link? Okay.
Yeah, I want to say all of these are screeners, correct?
Happy Gilmore 2, no. Being Eddie,
right.
no. And the last one on the list this week, no, is on Hulu. It's called The Unholy Trinity.
Oh.
This is a Western that has Pierce Brosnan. It has Samuel L. Jackson. It has Tim Daly. It's good. It's about a guy who is hanged and tells his son on the day that he's being hanged that he was framed. And so the reason it's called the Unholy Trinity is Trinity is the name of the town where it all takes place.
Okay.
And unravel multiple different levels of mysteries in this. And it's good. I wouldn't call it one of the greatest Westerns I've ever seen, but I've also seen a lot of Westerns. So
that's true.
You judge on it, but it's worth it. It's worth a couple hours to watch. All right. Movie headlines this week. The SAG Awards are getting renamed. They are now the Actor Awards presented by SAG-AFTRA.
Okay.
Sure. Nicolas Cage reuniting with John Woo.
Go on.
For a biopic about Carlo Gambino. There is a lot going on here.
I'm okay, but I need to say something here. What is Nick Cage's real name?
Nicholas Coppola.
He's in that group.
Yep.
But the Gambino family? Oh, bring it.
And we did get a screener link for the movie we talked about last week.
Which one is that, Rob?
The Carpenter's Son.
Did you notice anything in that email?
No, I did not.
I don't know if I can say it because it's a screener link, so I'm going to hold off on that. We'll talk about it in the green room.
Because you have to strike when the iron's hot, Sony in development with a Labubu movie.
The only part of this that shocks me is it hasn't already been confirmed for Netflix.
The only things I know about Labubu, it's expensive, the kids like it, and Naomi Osaka has her own Labubu that is named Billie Jean Bling. That's all I know. That's what I got.
I have to ask a question of both of you. Have you watched the most recent episodes of South Park?
I haven't watched South Park in decades.
Okay, Don, then you know exactly why I'm keeping my eyes closed while he's talking about Labubu.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't say anything that happens in that episode on this show.
And boys, get ready for Sharknado 7.
Oh, dear Lord.
It's happening.
I need to know if there's a Ziering sighting.
That's all I know right now. Your next Star Trek movie is going to be directed by the guy, the directors of Date Night.
Hold up a second. Wasn't the last Sharknado really titled The Last One or something like that?
There's no such thing in Hollywood. You know that.
You're giving them too much credit calling it Hollywood, sir.
So your next Star Trek movie is going to be directed by John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein. They did Date Night with Steve Carell and Tina Fey.
That was a fun movie.
But they also did Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
Which is awesome.
So I've got hope there. Mark January 8th to the 11th on your calendar because Labyrinth is going to return to theaters for its 40th anniversary in 4K.
Do I have to say the thing again?
Sure.
I've never seen Labyrinth.
It's a good flick.
I love David Bowie. I have had a crush on Jennifer Connelly as long as I've existed.
Career opportunities, underrated.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler has said his next film will be Black Panther 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we're good there.
Do you have the other note that goes with that?
Go ahead.
The thing I said earlier this year, if you wanted to do, and I apologize, I'm going to have to look up the name because I don't want to botch this. If you wanted to have T'Challa II grown up, or at least in his teenage years, the kid from F1, Damson Idris, allegedly is either in talks or in discussions, to play the son of Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa.
Okay.
And potentially be the new Black Panther. I love it, if that's true.
Christian Bale looking at joining the cast of Heat 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see the entire list?
I'm trying to avoid as much as I can with that movie because I don't want to know more than I need to.
That's fair.
You still got to come over and watch the first one.
Yes, I do.
Your next... Go ahead, Don.
Hold on. Don, what did you have?
On Heat, are you talking like the original Al Pacino Heat?
Michael Mann, they're doing a sequel. Yes. No, Michael Mann is directing.
Oh, man. Okay, so what about Pacino, or have they...
Pacino is rumored to be involved, but I would ask that no more questions be asked while I'm present. I've never seen the original.
And I don't want to know. I'm trying to go to this one because I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah.
Let me put it in a visual context for you, Don. I saw a cast list. It's about this long of all heavyweights.
Your next immersive Cosm treatment movie has been announced. Tickets go on sale after first of the year for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Don't let this next headline fool you. Leighton Meester and Jared Padalecki are starring in an adaptation of The Bodyguard.
Which Bodyguard?
Not that one.
Wait, I don't think you're thinking of the same one I am.
This was a book that was released in 2022. Basically, it's a guy's helping a girl hide from a stalker, which is like the Whitney Houston thing.
Slightly.
But their cover is they're at like a ranch and living as a couple, so he can protect her.
Okay. The Bodyguard I was thinking of was the BBC one with not Richard Armitage, but the one that played the oldest son in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
There is a BBC one that is really well done, but really dark, also called The Bodyguard. I believe it's available on Netflix.
We are 2 weeks away, boys, from Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair.
That's still insane, the idea of doing the whole thing, but it's great.
This is Kill Bill's volume 1 and 2 combined.
Okay.
With a never before seen anime sequence.
Oh.
The only place in Dallas listed will be the Cinemark West Plano, who will be showing it in 70 millimeter.
Oh.
It is 4 hours and 35 minutes, which includes a 15-minute intermission. If you get tickets this weekend for opening weekend, which is the first weekend in December, if you play Fortnite, you will get a Go-Go Yubari outfit for free.
Okay, that's a cool choice. That is a really cool choice of that. Did I ever tell you one of my favorite instances that happened with Quentin Tarantino while talking about Kill Bill?
I don't know that you have.
So this was more of a con, so it was not terribly long after Kill Bill came out, but it wasn't immediate. Somebody asked where a certain vehicle was. Because we can't say half of it on this. Well, we can, we just don't.
The wagon.
The wagon, yes. And Quentin Tarantino's response.
Wagon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I can continue after that. Hit it again, Rob. Hit it again, Rob.
The wagon.
The pickup.
I just didn't want to talk over it this time.
The pickup was a different scene.
We got to get on. We're already so far beyond time. Quentin Tarantino's response is, yeah, I know where it is. It's in my driveway. It was proven by Google Earth.
Nice.
Are they doing a number 3?
No.
No.
There was talk for a while, and there's actually a really good, if you look up Bullets and Blockbusters on YouTube, there's he does a short blurb about what it was supposed to be. It would have been interesting. Actually, it was a truck, wasn't it, Don? You were right.
Yeah. No, it was called
the
wagon,
but
it was a pickup. It was a yellow pickup truck.
I always think about that because if you've ever seen Doug Benson talk about that scene and how he watched it on non-paid television the first time. I'm Chuck and I like to party.
Yeah, because I could see them doing the number 3, and there's ways they can make a story out of it. But I don't know. Tarantino says he's never directing again.
No, he's got one more. He's doing one more.
What's he going to do then?
He hasn't said yet.
Oh, okay.
Movie new releases and places you get movie new releases this week. Sisu, Road to Revenge. I need to go back and watch the first one.
I cannot wait. Okay, you know what? We're going to do a tandem. We're going to watch Heat and Sisu because, oh my God, is that movie so much fun.
Rental Family with Brendan Fraser.
I've heard wonderful things about it.
There was a screening at the same theater we were at last night for that. And Blue-Eyed Girl. This has Beau Bridges in it.
Okay.
Let me get you the MDibs thoughts on it.
Beau Bridges checking in is a little surprising.
Eliza Coupe is in this. Sam Trammell. I'm not seeing anything else that sticks out to me. When Jane returns home to visit her ailing father, she's forced to reevaluate her life and to wonder what could have been. Sometimes hilarious, sometimes heartbreaking. Blue-Eyed Girl is a coming-of-age story for the 40-something set. Directed by a J. Mills Goodlow. And this week, it is time, Wicked for Good. It is the second part of the Wicked adaptation. Alex and I both have reviews up for this at www.theclubhousepodcast.com.
It's our website.
And we even did an initial reaction video.
Yes, we did.
I couldn't do one for last night because the embargo is not up for another couple weeks.
Which is totally fair.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I liked it better than I liked the first one.
That's not saying much.
In brief,
I did not like the first one. I thought the first one was fine, but I like this one better.
Interestingly enough, I liked the first one better just because it's the way the story is told. It's the content. It's a happier show. This is a dramatic tonal shift, which I go into detail at theclubhousepodcast.com.
That's still our website.
In arguably the longest review I'm ever going to write.
Mine went... See, I wrote 2 today, so I can't... They're both kind of blending together. I thought mine was a pretty long one, too.
Yeah, I want to say I touched almost 1,000 words on mine.
Movies on DVD and Blu-ray. I did add a couple of things for you, though.
Oh, thank you.
When you mentioned Elphaba and Glinda the first time, you didn't put the actresses next to that. You didn't.
I inferred that would already be obvious. I apologize.
Yeah, but it's just good form.
That's fair. I appreciate it.
Oh, and yeah, there's one other thing, but it's not one spelling thing that I fixed for you. Movies on DVD and Blu-ray this week. The movie that both of these gentlemen were not huge fans of, Anemone. You want to watch Daniel Day-Lewis's kid direct?
I don't know that he did. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't know that he did.
A movie that we talked about a few weeks ago, Bone Lake, hits DVD and Blu-ray this week. Conjuring 4: Last Rites, which is actually also on HBO Max tomorrow. So if you just want to watch it tomorrow, that's fine. Coyotes.
I've heard of this. Yes. It's insane.
Justin Long is in this.
Because when you have a weird horror movie, you are legally required to have Justin Long. Meryl Streep has to be nominated. Justin Long has to be in your weird horror.
Trapped in their Hollywood Hills home, a family fights for survival when caught between a raging wildfire and a pack of savage coyotes. Kate Bosworth is in this.
I didn't even, I'm going to be honest. When I saw the trailer, I didn't even know it was Kate Bosworth.
Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie, releases this week as well. The Long Walk gets a 4K steelbook if you buy it from Amazon. It's a good looking. It's a good looking steelbook. Primitive War.
Oh, we got to see this.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Got to see this.
Wait. Primitive War got a lot of great response to it.
I saw
it looks like it should be the dumbest movie you've ever seen. And everybody who went into it saying, let's see how stupid this is, came out liking it. Everybody I know that did that.
In another movie that Doc's going to need to watch. This is from 2011. I guess it got an upgrade.
Oh, no.
I swear to you, this is a thing. Because I'm going to say the title, and you're going to think I'm lying. The Disco Exorcist.
Nope. I've actually seen a trailer for this one.
Rex Romansky, a suave playboy with all...
I'm sorry, just say the name again, please.
Rex Romansky.
I don't know that we need to hear anything else.
He's a suave playboy with all the right moves. An undisputed disco king is in for a wild ride as the perfect one-night stand triggers a curse and a visit from hell's blackest demons. Now make way for the Disco Exorcist.
Why is Casey and the Sunshine Band playing in my head right now?
Why is this not on HDTGM? That's what I need to know.
You're making an assumption, sir. It's probably coming.
The Roses this week, the remake of War of the Roses. The 10 Commandments gets the Steelbook treatment, as does Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Nice.
We talked last week about the 30th anniversary of one version of Pride and Prejudice. Another one gets its 20th anniversary this week. A 40th anniversary 4K for the original Reanimator. If you remember that from back in the day. Kino Lorber They're doing a Death Wish 4 movie collection, and they're doing a 4K of the Beastmaster. Let's go. Eric Singer and all of his Eric Singerness.
I have forever wanted pet ferrets because of that damn movie.
And the Criterion Collection does a 4K release for Eyes Wide Shut this week. So you have that for you. Before we go any further, we want to talk about some of our favorite people over at CBD House of Healing. This time of year, especially as the seasons change, if you're getting older like we are, your body goes through things. I'm just now at the point where I'm not hacking up a lung every day after 4 weeks of coughing. You could have pain, you have anxiety because the holidays are coming up. If you've got sleepless nights and you want to solve it naturally, go to CBD House of Healing. Summer Hansen owns it. It's a women-owned CBD boutique. She's a registered nurse, so you know she knows what she's doing. And it's only products they make from their lab, highest quality and purity standards. She emphasizes building trusted relationships through education because self-care is the goal. She wants to help get you what you need versus what you think you need. You can go to online at cbddallas.com. You can also see the address there at the bottom of the screen, 8550 Plano Road, Suite 101. That is at Northwest Highway and Plano Road in Dallas. Drop in and grab a slushie. They are Reiner approved. So,
and I'll clarify one of the things that Rob was touching on, just from a personal standpoint. With the holidays, it tends to get a little tough, especially with the weather cooling off. There's seasonal depression's a thing. They're going to be able to help you.
Yep.
If you feel like you need help, obviously talk to somebody. But if you feel like you need something more, they are good people at CBD House of Healing. They will help you.
And now this.
Put up those Christmas lights and all that stuff and the decorations, your body, it just takes them more of a whack, and then having to take them down, everything else. So, because it's a lot of work. As I get older, it's even more and more work every year. So, yeah, they'll help you.
And now this. The Cheap Podcast is the other half of this show. Your one-stop shop for all things in the world of professional wrestling, or as we like to call it, our sport. We start with sad news this week. Dying at the age of 95 is Bob Caudle. If you watched any wrestling in the 80s or 90s, you know the name Bob Caudle. He worked with everybody. Mainly known for Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, did a lot of work with Gordon Soley, who I believe is the greatest of all time. Did a lot of WCW work, NWA work, and one of the best of all time.
Yeah, it was really touching to hear Tony speak so glowingly of it. Definitely took one moment where he was like, Bob was the greatest of all time, and I'm like, I know Rob's with me on this. Gordon Soley, Bob Caudle, but they're inseparable.
Yeah, it's a 1-1A.
Yeah.
Don, you may have any memories of Bob Caudle you want to share?
I've probably seen him a million times.
Oh, no, I guarantee you have.
Yeah,
I mean,
hold on.
One of the greats. Alex, would you like to share good news?
I would love to share good news.
Out of the National Wrestling Alliance?
Oh. So Rob and I talked a ways back, and we couldn't stop laughing because during the show, Sean outwardly yelled at me, "Is that why you weren't drinking your water?" Because a friend of the show was going to use it as a prop.
Mm-hmm.
That friend of the show, the largest man who ever lived, Silas Mason, is now your NWA World's Champion. And I could not be more ecstatic for the dude. Mace, Carrie, Alex, they're all great people. Ricky as well. All great people. But on top of that as well, we also have other friends that won the tag team titles as well in the Immortals.
Very excited about it. Yeah. I love it when we see people that we know succeed.
I love when I see good people succeed, whether I know them or not. It just happens to be that much more rewarding when I do.
And MLW now moving its headquarters to Charleston, South Carolina. Great town. Great
Oh,
talent.
I should have found my Thrill Billy shirt before this episode.
Rumors now that AMC, American Movie Classics, is your leader in the clubhouse for TNA's new home.
I heard that. And I wonder if AMC's just running out of spots, so they're just tired of rerunning every version of Walking Dead.
Probably, you're not wrong. Congratulations to Indy Hartwell. She and her partner Lisette are now engaged.
I was actually surprised. I thought they had already been engaged, but I am happy for them regardless.
To them.
Yeah.
Turning Point was a thing. What I'm about to say, I know is nitpicking.
Okay.
But it's also me. On the pre-show, Kaz does his King's Speech bit. I know he wants everybody to believe he's a rock star, and I respect that. But as part of your set, when you have speakers that were once part of an Iowa stereo system in the 90s with the matching subwoofer about the size of a fuzzy dice in a car, and none of them are plugged in, you are not helping.
To be fair, Kaz doesn't do set direction, and that man is a rock star.
I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to sell...
I mean, hey, bass players are real people, too.
Hey, I have a great bass player.
Yeah, his name is Kaz.
No.
So,
My bass player.
do we have more?
My bass player.
Wait,
do we have more
Ron?
Impact talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
Well, because here's the thing. The title change.
Talking about a Turning Point?
Well, just on...
Wasn't it the show before Turning Point?
Yeah, that happened at before, and I'm not there yet, Don.
Okay, all right. Good.
I would say the best match of Turning Point was Indy Hartwell and Danny Luna. No DQ, and the finish on the back of the chair with the chair sitting up. I was texting Alex during Turning Point.
Appreciated, thank you.
And had a bit of a meltdown. Tom Hannafin, hear me. Don, I'm going to pitch you the situation.
Okay, go for it.
6-man tag match.
Okay.
So there are 6 people involved in a match.
Okay.
The legal man is outside the ring taunting a member of the other team.
Okay.
Who is not the legal man.
Normal, seen it a million times.
Why in the name of all things good and holy did Tom Hannafin say if Matt Hardy hits him, it's a disqualification? No, it's not.
No.
It is not a disqualification. He is involved in a match.
Yeah.
Whether he's legal or not is not the point, Tom Hannafin.
But you also have to remember, this is the same Tom Hannafin whose best moment of his career is getting crap from Kevin Owens. Do you remember this?
No.
When he was still with the company and they did a sit down and Hannafin had like an iPad with him. So he goes and just like hits on it and it just essentially like a normal unlock. Kevin Owens is just looking over and going, really? Your passcode is 6969. You should be better than this.
And it's not even wrestling logic.
No, it's just logic and it's done.
By the way, Wesley is now Desmond Xavier, so adjust your roster accordingly.
Has returned to Desmond Xavier, to clarify.
On Impact, JDC announces he's going to retire after Genesis. We still don't have a date or a venue. We just know that it's going to be in Dallas. That's all we know at this point.
I'm still surprised about that announcement. It makes me concerned that there might be something else going on. And Dango's a good dude. By all accounts from everybody, Dango's a good dude. We want the best for him. So we hope it's a choice and not a force at this point.
And as Don mentioned earlier, you have a new world's champion, Frankie Kazarian. The lesson here, kids, don't win the title at Bound for Glory.
Wait, may I addendum this?
Sure.
Well, don't win your first title at Bound for Glory.
Here's my problem. Why did they do it to turn so fast? Because they've been building this thing, and for the last couple of weeks, it's all about him winning. And then on the first taping they do after Bound for Glory,
that was live, Don. That was live. That wasn't a taping.
I mean, but still, the first show after Bound for Glory, he loses the title right then. You don't have even. He didn't have the title for a full show. Go ahead,
Alex. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
What happened when Josh Alexander finally won the title after like a 2-year build?
He lost it at the same pay-per-view.
Oh, that's right. So he had an even shorter.
That's why I said we don't win your first title at Bound for Glory because it's bad luck.
That's what we were setting up, Don. Literally, if you win your first title at Bound for Glory, you're getting cashed in on.
And here's the other thing. Rebhold. How do you say his name?
Rohold.
He's supposed to be the heel, but he's going, no, not this way. Don't do it. Don't. And I'm like, you're supposed to be the heel. You should be supporting what Kaz is doing right now.
Well, he's trying to be the good guy since Eddie Guerrero Day was coming up, and he is part of the family.
Yep, he is.
I just thought, why did they do? He didn't even get a full show.
Hey, Don,
I understand.
Copy and paste exactly what we said about Josh Alexander 2 years ago.
I know, but
they did it on the same show.
I could see like the 5-minute reign, like they did with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania when Damian Priest cashed in.
Right,
but one show.
Exactly, like his copy paste with Josh Alexander. His wife and kid were in the ring when it happened.
I know.
But okay, so Don, I want to clarify. You're saying it's okay that it happened to Josh Alexander the same night, but giving it until the day or until the next episode was wrong?
Okay, there's a big difference between.
Well, no, I just want to clarify.
Yeah, I do. Because there's a big thing of, we look at Tommy Dreamer. The only time he won the ECW championship, he won it. Boom. He loses to Justin Case next time. John, it's where you have the title for 5 minutes. I could see that where it's a cash in, what have you. But when it's not after Bound for Glory for 3 weeks, it's all about him and the celebration, all that. And when they wait just one show, it's like the Edge first reign of the championship of like one pay-per-view. Why only for 30 days?
But there's
a big difference of a storyline of waiting 30 days or the first show, first pay-per-view, losing it there versus you have it for 5 minutes as a cash-in. There's two different storylines there.
Well, first of all, it was still a cash-in, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, we're talking about it, aren't we?
My thing is they kept on saying he's won the championship.
I get your point. I get your point, but
there's a third point.
Logic.
I know that's what's good wrestling line. I just don't.
I'm
griping. I'm allowed to gripe.
There's a third point though. There's a third point. We're still telling this story.
Yeah.
Because we told the story of Santana not showing up, even though we know he was there. We're telling the story about Santana being unhappy and becoming more militant with the NXT thing that happened. And then he finally saves TNA and gets turned on by a TNA original. We're telling the story for Santana to go rogue.
Yeah. And we've got Final Resolution coming up.
Yep.
The rumors are true.
What's that?
Because if you go to WWE shop, you will say his name and his merch appears. Joe Hendry.
Cam Scattaboo. Oh, sorry.
With WWE.
Well, did you see that Cam Scattaboo has merch as well?
Oh, does he? Very nice.
Yes. Is he between the two, like Dolph Ziggler / Nick Nemeth?
Let's get there, Don.
Okay.
Let's get there. You got to bury a lead a little bit.
Well, I don't know what you're getting. I don't know what's on your run sheet.
We're not talking about Raw yet.
Okay.
Survivor Series will be in theaters through Fandango. If you're in this town, Stonebriar is your location if you're not going to Kaza.
Fair.
So, congratulations to Lainey Luck. She is now your new WWE ID Women's Champion. So,
can you repeat the prior thing you said about Fandango? Sorry, what was that?
you can watch Survivor Series in a theater through Fandango. The only theater doing it here is Stonebriar.
To put it in a different context for you, Don, Fandango is the outlet selling the tickets for Survivor Series at AMC.
Oh, so they're going to do it at an AMC if you want to watch and pay like $25 or whatever.
Yep. Did you look to see if there was one closer to Don? Because I know Stonebriar is close for us, but Don's way out west.
It was the only theater that was listed, so I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? I'll take
Survivor Series.
Yep.
And it's 2 nights, right? Is that correct, or one?
Just one.
So far.
SmackDown allegedly going back to 3 hours in January, so get ready.
That's my response. That's my response.
Yep.
What?
That's the rumor.
Yeah, but did you see the report of why?
Why?
What was that 3rd hour the last couple of weeks?
Everything on the menu with Braun Strowman, which I'm very much enjoying.
Which has been doing amazing numbers in that time slot. So now the WWE is taking it over because they own everything on the menu as well.
I did like the storytelling with Charlotte and Rhea not hugging that led into Charlotte's promo. Like, everybody else hugged everybody else, but not those two. And I noticed it. And then we had the Charlotte promo. And then she cuts the promo, but sometimes when I'm doing accidental research, it blows the wheels off other things.
Go on.
Charlotte doesn't want to tag with Rhea because there's bad blood, but it didn't stop her for becoming a tag team with Asuka to win the tag titles at TLC in 2020.
I believe you have an echo and a phrase for this.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Plus, the other part that I find weird, she's the one pointing fingers at Rhea. Who's the one that won the Rumble and then went down to NXT after Rhea?
In 2020?
I feel like we're foreshadowing the narcissist that is Charlotte Flair, where she's blaming Rhea for the things she did, and she's going to be your 5th member on Asuka's team. That's what I'm calling right now.
I would also like to say the following.
Yes. Woo, woo, woo.
You know it. I hated that was ruined for me before it happened.
I kind of hate that it was
In an
ruined for me too.
email
But
from WWE Shop.
yeah.
That was the worst part for me. You couldn't wait a couple of hours. And apparently he is signed. So a lot more of the...
I have not heard that. I have not heard he was signed. I was told it was a one-off.
I've read that he is signed. So we'll
but
see.
We need to keep an eye on that because it may purely be a merch deal, like a Legends deal for Zack Ryder gear. I hope it's not because Cardona is a great worker.
Tag him with LA Knight and just watch the money roll in.
Knight Rider, baby.
Let's do this.
I saw that popped up. I was like, there's that next t-shirt I'm buying.
And then you had the Drew McIntyre thing. Yay. Then we get to Raw, as Don mentioned earlier, enter Dolph Ziggler, which apparently he's known about for the better part of a month. And the only other person that knew was his brother. And he told him, if this gets out, I know it's you because you're the only one I'm telling. He didn't tell his mom. He didn't tell anybody else, only Ryan. And after the Cardona thing, I kind of thought maybe because of the TNA relationship that he would be another one of the mystery opponents. I'm glad that I like that he came out with his wanted man jacket on so we could still recognize that this is still Nick Nemeth. But great match. Very much enjoyed it.
It's the same thing I saw for both of them that I really laughed at.
Was it wrong for him to lose the match since he came back?
Yes, because it wouldn't have served him anymore to advance in that tournament. Plus, he said, "I'm focused on TNA. Like I don't mind helping out WWE. I don't. This is my thing now."
Yeah. Okay. But my best response to that is we literally had Matt Cardona and Nick Nemeth on NXT, and then we had Zack Ryder and Dolph Ziggler on Raw and SmackDown. This is great. But it also led to me to another thought process of, oh, that's right. they've had to use JD McDonough for the X-Pac spot because before JD McDonough, it was Dolph Ziggler. And it was the guy that if you can't have a great match with this person, you can't have a great match. And I got to tell you, I said it to Sean when we were watching, that's the best Solo has ever looked.
Yep.
And it's all thanks to Nick Nemeth.
New women's Intercontinental Champion and Maxine Dupree.
I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
Who released a video today working out, wearing the belt backwards as she was doing squats.
I didn't realize she was a Rams cheerleader.
Yep, I saw that as well.
That post, yeah.
How about that? And you know what? Give her a little run with that Intercontinental title.
I will say this. I said it probably a year ago. They're pushing too hard, but I can see her improving. She has gotten a lot better. And I feel like they're not necessarily an asterisk on this title, but independent, there is absolutely some blood, sweat, and tears from Natty in that title.
I can't decide which Survivor Series War Games match I'm more excited about. Because now with the women, you're going to have AJ Lee, which is going to put Becky in. Let's go. And now the men's, let me get there. Hold on. Not for nothing. WWE shop. I need you to fix something for me. Braun Breaker's shirt. That should not be a speed limit because that would infer that he has a ceiling for a guy that you're saying doesn't have one. I might put a speed minimum 23 on there, but a speed limit, fix that. Just saying.
I would like to rebut this.
Sure.
I'm okay with it being a speed limit sign because let's put a big asterisk and an allegedly over everything that's about to be said from any of us for the next few minutes. Hey, Rob.
Uh-huh.
When's the last time you cared to actually go the speed limit and not maybe a little bit more?
In a school zone. Anytime I'm in a school zone.
Good answer.
I have no sense of humor for that.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
You drive over the speed limit unless it's a school zone?
No, school zone, I don't play with it. I might
No. I want to get away from the school zone tangent.
Yeah.
Anywhere but a school zone. You don't really drive under that speed limit, do you? You drive a little bit over it.
On average, if it's an open road and there's no traffic and the weather's fine, if it's a 35 zone, usually I'll go 40.
Okay, so the long answer short for all of us is that yes, we go faster than the speed limit. So using a speed limit sign feels more to me like Braun Breaker saying this is where it starts. That's how
I could use a radar gun and put 23. Like you're looking at a radar gun like he's being clocked.
Well, that would still be the cap on it, but it's the same concept as the speed limit sign. If they said 23 plus on the speed limit sign, I think it might make
or
Rob
maybe
feel a little better.
It's spinning or something.
Or just cross out the 23 like that's not enough.
Enter Lesnar, enter Reigns.
Goodbye, Reigns.
All of the other stuff aside, I don't know how I feel about Brock Lesnar in a War Games match. And Alex, you had a very valid rebuttal to my thoughts on this.
Mm-hmm.
But War Games tends to play better to guys with more, I don't want to say athletic ability because Lesnar's an incredible athlete.
Athleticism, maybe?
More athleticism than Lesnar tends to display.
And I did not agree with that statement because I clarified War Games has always had big brutes in it that did not necessarily have the athleticism. I pointed out the early War Games seem to always have the Road Warriors involved, who, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, I believe one person on this panel would say the greatest. Okay, leaving you with that RVD moment. But there has always been people who are big enough to throw other people into the cage. One of the first War Games memories I have was it Hawk or Animal? I believe it was Animal. Anyways, one of the Road Warriors just pressing somebody into the ceiling of the cage over and over again. It's the same concept. They're not running. They're not jumping. They're throwing people around. So what you have setting up that team, you have Logan Paul with his athleticism. You have Braun Breaker doing it all. You have Bronson Reed, athletic big man, but mostly a big man. Drew McIntyre doing it all. Lesnar is your powerhouse, pure and simple there. It fits the dynamic, the motif. I have zero issue, and I am not gonna besmirch your take on it, but I disagree that you need athleticism for war games, because we just saw a couple of blood and guts matches where I wouldn't say everybody in there was athletic, but it was still good.
Both of those blood and guts matches were great.
So my point would be Brock Lesnar, independent of everything else, and
like
all
I
that
don't
it is.
care.
Don, again, independent.
But we're not talking about that, Don.
I still like the guy. Like you don't like.
I know it's okay.
You don't like
We're
Darby
just saying
Allin?
independent of everything.
Yeah.
Just from a logistical.
No, but what I'm saying, counter to Rob, I have zero issue with him being in that match for who he is. In fact, I think it's a cool touch because, well, let's say, who's the smallest person on the face team? Is it Punk?
Probably.
Okay,
Physically wise, I think Punk would probably be the smallest. Maybe one of the Usos.
Well, I believe the Usos are heavier than Punk, and I should clarify, I'm referring to weight, not actual like height or muscle or anything. So the idea of somebody like CM Punk starting on one side of the cage and seeing how far Lesnar can throw him sounds kind of entertaining to me. So it suits to me.
On Tuesday night, we had night one of Gold Rush.
Gold Rush.
Thank you, Don. Alex was filling it in for you while you were gone for that. Thank you.
No, Rob, that was me. I didn't hear Don.
No, I still did it. I did.
Oh, I'm sorry, Don. I didn't hear you.
Remember, his mic has that weird delay on it.
That's right. So we only got the rush. There it is.
Don, did you watch NXT?
No. I haven't watched.
You know how I know you didn't watch NXT?
Why is that?
Because you're not losing your mind right now.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. That is so true.
Do you remember where they are? Because, by the way, the second part of Gold Rush. Thank you.
I
was trying to listen to what you're saying.
Has already been taped. So night two's already been taped. They didn't do two nights.
Put this way, I haven't watched.
I like that they did
this week. I just haven't
had time.
Yeah.
No, but do you remember where it emanated from?
Real quick, I want to give them credit for taping the second week so that people could have Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Okay. Usually it's, I don't know where it's at.
Okay. It was at the theater at Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
The little room downstairs.
The opening of the very first shot inside the theater had the entire crowd waving towels. Do you remember the color scheme currently for NXT, Don?
Is it black and gold?
Yep.
Okay.
So you had an entire arena in downtown New York City waving yellow and black towels around like it's Acupuncture Stadium.
And Myron Cope somewhere was feeling good about it.
I was just like, that's a choice.
Rob, not to spoil, that's not even what I thought you were talking about that he would be going nuts over. I want to put a pin in it. I'll say it when we get there.
It was announced that your Iron Survivor participants will be announced by one John Cena this coming week. We had the turning of the culling on Tatum Paxley. And now,
how long was that title reign?
Yeah, not very.
That's what I thought you were going to say that he would go ape about, because not only did it happen to Santana, now we kind of had a version of it happen to Tater. And we love our Tater.
After 2 weeks.
Yeah. But my point being,
So, and again, next week is taped. So if you're trying to avoid spoilers, be aware that they're probably out there. Full Gear is this Saturday.
Yes, it is.
And I forgot that Dynamite was 3 hours. Or Dynamite/Collision was 3 hours last night.
Technically, it was 3.5.
Well, and I'm glad I fired it up as I was going to the grocery store, because that way it didn't take me all day to watch it. Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are numbers 1 and 2 respectfully in the Casino Gauntlet match for their first national championship. And before anybody gives any grief, Tony Khan did say he talked to Billy Corrigan, and they're cool with having a national championship. So
I want something else to happen in this, but it doesn't suit the participants.
Okay.
I want a New Day spot where somebody has to run in and break up the pin.
Okay.
You remember what I'm talking about? How you had the multi-man tag match and it wound up Xavier versus Kofi and they're all geared up and everybody's like, yeah. And then all of a sudden Kofi just goes down and Xavier goes for the pin and everybody has to run in.
Oh, I still think I'm going to make the call right now of who wins that.
The entire gauntlet? Mm-hmm. Okay, go for it.
The same person that returned at a Casino Gauntlet and won it under a mask.
That's a good choice. That'll make Don very happy.
Yep. That's my call. We want to send our best out to Rebel Not Reba. Mm-hmm. She announced this week that she has been diagnosed with cancer and she has alongside a functional neurological disorder.
Ow.
I've been a fan of that woman forever. Former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, by all accounts, quality human being.
We are actually connected on social media. She has been dealing with this for a very long time, and she has been an absolute wonder and a trooper through all of this, and we want nothing but the best for her.
Collision announced that they will be at the Esports Arena in Arlington for every Saturday in January.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing that again. Kyle Fletcher's talking about how one more title defense he's away from a record. Well, you know what? The last time somebody did that, they lost. Ask Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And Mercedes.
I'm sorry.
Mercedes Moné, you're now Ring of Honor Undisputed Women's Television Champion.
Can I say why I think that could be a good thing?
You have my attention.
Oh, okay. I thought you might have froze. I am of the contingent that believes there are too many titles in that company. My hope is this is going to be the start of titles being combined, where we're going to get maybe the ROH TV title and the TBS title combined into a singular AEW TV title. Not to take anything away from ROH's history, but if we're being honest, that ROH TV title, women's TV title, hasn't existed that long either.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just the women's. I think it should happen with the men's as well. I just think there's too many titles across the board.
Can we talk about this while we're talking about this? Booker T does an interview a couple of weeks ago, and somebody asks if he would book Mercedes Moné to come do dates in Reality of Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
We know what this business is. We make no bones about the fact that we know what this business is.
And she's a name.
But in that interview, when he says, "Come on down, I'll put the belt on you right now." Like, give me a little bit of something to work with here. You don't have to pull the curtain back all the time.
Well, and I don't think it's even the pulling back of the curtain. I feel like with it being a business, and we know that Rowe is Booker's company,
mm-hmm.
there absolutely should have been more of a response of, I'd be happy to give her an opportunity if she came down.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah. But I'm just spelling it out. I'd be happy to give her, but she's going to have to beat, we have a great champion. You know what I mean? The sell me.
Yeah. Come down here. I'll put the belt on you right now. Like, come on, Booker.
Yeah.
Like you do have that section of the populace that still wants to believe, you know? Anything else, gentlemen? Because we are way over time tonight.
Hey, we're about to hit a Dynamite's episode.
Yeah, and next week we're going to put something out there, something classic. I haven't decided what yet, but we're going to put something out there next week because it is the holiday. We want everybody to enjoy the holiday. And the next few weeks are going to be a little bit weird. I know there's going to be one week or at least one, if not two, that we're going to need to reschedule. And we can talk about that off air. Also, remember other great shows right here. Like The Angle, Your Dark Companion, Al Maximo, which just put up a new episode today. Just wondering with Norm, Beer 30 Sports O'Clock with Ziggy. Sunset Soccer Club has their latest episode up as well. Right at the bottom of the screen, youtube.com/@, which is weird, Sunset Lounge DFW. Make sure you follow all the shows here at the network. There's so much great content. There's something for everybody right here at Sunset Lounge DFW. Over there is our QR code for all of our social medias. You can follow me on all your social medias. I need to update my letterboxd, but everything is yes.Rob Irvin. That is spelled ERVIN.
I'm Vexploit on all social media. If you'd like to help out the show, please go to ProWrestlingTees.com and search for the Cheap Popcast. That's this segment of the show. We have a lot of different designs and a lot of different color options within those designs. If you're an artist and you have a design you want to contribute or one you'd like to tweak, you can go ahead and reach out to me at alex@theclubhousepodcast.com.
Sorry, Alex, I had to change back to the Clubhouse Podcast media assets, and it changed the thing at the bottom of the screen.
I don't think it was closed. That's why.
Shirts that even make me look good. ProWrestlingTees.com/podcast. At Twitter, I make Boonu at GVNUU. If you want this man to see your place, email me down to clubhousepodcast.com.
We love doing live remotes and hanging out with the Empire, so email for Don for that. You can email me questions, comments, concerns. Tell me to go pound sand. I am Rob at theclubhousepodcast.com. Charlotte Marshall is on Pinterest because we are morally obligated to say that, and it is her birthday week. Our normal show every Thursday nights, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, is your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, and pro wrestling. Again, next week, something classic will be up or something we've never posted before. I don't know. You don't know because I don't know. So until next week, for Alex, for Don, for the Empire, I'm Rob. Clubhouse is closed, and Brittany Palmer's just not giving me anything to work with from a content standpoint. I don't know what the heck is going on up.
This is a Stolen Water Media production.